What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. Today we're going to be talking about how to build a cheap defense and win games in Madden 22 Ultimate Team. Now, guys, I don't have the funds to keep just buying bundles and, buying training and all that crap like that, so I have to take my time, right? While you're not playing head-to-head, you might want to do yourself a favor and start to look through the challenges. I know that they're frustrating, they suck, all that good stuff, but they give you so much stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy getting that JC Jackson and quick selling him for training was huge. Completing the campaign mode, all of this stuff, 100,000 coins, all that stuff, it's really, really huge. Going through the superstar stuff, I gotta finish that up. I will shortly. I know they're gonna be dropping part 2 of that at some point, but you wanna go through all of this stuff because it's gonna help you to get currency and things that can help you build your team up. And then I also pulled a lot of high-level elites that were Nats, but I didn't have to buy the card. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are some of the things that, if you're gonna, you can't have it both ways, bruh. You gotta either grind the game uncontrollably with no sleep and not care about yourself, or you gotta buy a bundle. So me, I'm kind of in between because, I got a few bundles to start the year, but I'm not gonna go crazy and every day doing it. I know you guys were telling me about flashbacks coming tomorrow. We gotta see how that works out. But we're gonna talk about the defensive side of the ball right now and how I went about doing everything that goes on. Right, so we're going to go over here, and we're just going to go over and click on all defense, right? We're going to take a look at some of the players that I have, and I'm going to explain to you guys the reasoning behind why I did these things. Now, we all know about DeMarcus Ware. He gets edge threat. We need that. Von Miller, superstar, he gets the edge threat. He also gets those other abilities that we don't need, but we would have to power him up from scratch to get those other abilities off, which we will do eventually. Over here with Quinnen Williams. Now, let me tell you why this is very, very important, right? When you look at the abilities that he has, that inside stuff, unfakeable doesn't mean anything because he just goes and just does whatever he wants. Like he gets faked out even more with that ability, to be totally honest, right? But the one thing that he does is that he's gonna help you to help win those games. He's gonna blow up the hole. Usually for the most part, right? Now he's 303 pounds. That's a little light when you're looking at a D tackle, but he does a lot. For what, just having that ability. For those of you guys that are saying that it doesn't work on next gen, it works for me, but it still has that same bug where they'll just run in and run away from the running back or whoever is doing whatever in the backfield. That part, it hasn't been fixed. Will it get fixed? I don't know, but I'm telling you right now, it's much better to have it than not. Just so you guys are aware of that. I think that you guys should, get an inside stuff. Now, if you got training and you have the coins, you can go ahead and put it on somebody else that you want. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to use a superstar, but the superstars are a much cheaper way of getting all the abilities on the card themselves. So when you're building your defense, you're going to have to pick and choose a little bit. Another thing that we're going to have to do, which I was in the process of doing before, we got to find these cheaper low-level elites. Like, for instance, Jamal Adams. My Twitch stream voted that he would be a great guy to replace a gold card at safety that I was using, right? So these lower-level cards are very, very important because for some reason, the gold cards, especially O-line gold cards, they don't play well. They go offside, like they false start randomly. They run up the field, illegal man downfield. But the elites are a little bit more well-tamed. So for those of you guys that were like, yo, it's a money-making game, absolutely. EA Sports has made it very, very clear. With this whole training and all the stuff, this is about making money. So you guys can miss me with the other stuff. EA like, yo, whatever, dude. Like, you guys can argue, whatever. But guess what? If you don't invest in the team, you're not gonna win. And it's very, very frustrating because what happens is, I'm going to show you the defenders that I have on the squad and everything, and further explain it to you guys from the actual lineup screen. So we're going to go over here into the lineup, and we're going to go over to the defensive side of the ball. Now, when you look at the way that this is, like I said, this guy should only be using 3, but I got to figure out how to make the training to power him up and only give him edge threat, because right now he's eating up all my AP, and I can use that other 3 because like players like this. One of the things that you guys are noticing, and it's extremely relevant in the game right now, is the fact that a lot of these idiots are running around using Acrobat. Right now, what is Acrobat doing? It's basically making your guy dive around like he's at the circus, and he's picking people up. It's really ridiculous. I literally lost to a guy that had an OP team, was level 50. He had the Kittle, he had all that stuff because of Acrobat. No other abilities, only Acrobat. That's how OP it is. And my players were wide open, but the computer automatically gets the animation to dive in front when you do that. So those are just some of the things that you got to understand. It's very, very important that you look at these things and you understand it. Now, why am I not using it yet? I'm not really on it like that. I'm trying to focus more on the pass rush because I don't want to give my opponent time to breathe. So I'm focusing more on the D line. But this is just something that I want to make sure you guys understand. But take your time with it. Because if you don't, you're going to end up spending too much, and then it's not going to work out for you either. Because look, listen, this is what happens, right? Many of us are waiting for a patch that EA Sports is probably going to be putting out any time now, right? That's going to pretty much change the game for us. It's going to ultimately make a lot of the different things that are going on with the game a little bit. It's supposed to make the game a little bit better. I don't really buy it though, because as far as the ball going through your body and stuff like that, that's not going to stop. And you guys, when I made that song back in Madden 16, a lot of you guys laughed at me, the Through My Body song. And then now I can't go into a stream where somebody's not saying, yo, that ball went through your body. So EA is obviously not focused on that being fixed. So you can take advantage of that with Acrobat, because they'll just dive through you and go and get the ball. It's part of the game. And you guys know it's true. And I'm just going to make sure that I look out for you guys so that the rage is not as intense. Now, who we're going to be getting rid of? This idiot right here, Terrell Edmonds. Now, let me go ahead and show you guys what's going on, right? If you look at his, like, all of his, where's his zone coverage? You see his zone coverage is a 69 and like whatever like that. If your zone coverage is under an 80 in this game, you are useless. Now, if I was usering him, that's one thing, but I'm not. So I can't, look, it doesn't make any sense for me to keep this guy on the team, because he's actually, that zone is so bad, he just, like when somebody throws the ball at him, he actually runs to the sideline, no matter where the play is. He is terrible. So what I've seen is that the threshold of 80, they actually act like they have a brain. So that's a huge situation that I want you guys to understand. That's based on me playing the game and utilizing like Darnell Savage and Adderley. These guys, I think that they meet the thresholds. Yeah, because like for some reason they'll play. They'll actually be around the area like, yo, what's up? I'm over here. Other guys do not. So the higher the zone, obviously the better the player. But I just want to make sure you guys understand. It is very, very important to have that. It's like, guys, it's winning and losing the game. It's pretty much winning and losing the game. If you don't have certain players that have that zone, it's not going to work out. Now, you guys chose Jamal Adams because you're like, yo, he's a dog, he's 6'1", all that stuff. So pretty much we're going to go ahead and rock it out, right? Isaiah Simmons is still currently our user. So we're not leaving this guy in coverage. And the only reason he's out there is because he's a big body, and he'll typically, for the most part, pick the ball up. 86 speed, 86 acceleration. So it works. Would I like somebody else that's better overall? Yes. But because I user him, it doesn't matter. So your user doesn't need all these other things. All it needs is speed and acceleration. Now, there are other players that you can get that are faster and stuff like that. I prefer Isaiah Simmons because he's taller and he's going to animate. But my God, does he animate. It's so wild. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to bring in, well, he's actually a strong safety, right? Where's that idiot? Hold on. We got to go to newest, and then we're going to put Jamal Adams right there, right? So he is a strong safety. So what is Isaiah Simmons? Isaiah Simmons is also a strong. Okay, so we could put Adderley over here as a backup because he's also a free safety. That way his chemistries will, once we start putting stuff on there, it'll work out. And then we're going to actually put Jamal Adams as a starter over here. So let's go back over to newest. We'll jump Jamal Adams in. Yeah, we'll just substitute for the entire depth chart. I don't even know what that, like, is he over here a specialist or something? Why is he doing that? Okay, Roquan Smith. Why are you here as a sub linebacker? Because you suck, dude. Hold on. We could put Isaiah Simmons there, right? Because that's the guy that I really want there. Where's Isaiah Simmons at? All right, yeah, we'll just throw him in right there. All right, and I don't know where Jair Alexander, Deion Sanders. Okay, so that pretty much works itself out. All right, why did he? Okay, no, Jamal Adams should not be on both sides. Adderley, you're gonna stay over there for this position only. That's fine. All right, so these two safeties, very, very cheap and efficient. You know what I'm saying? Team Affinity players, you get one for free by, grinding the game. These two safeties are really good right now. They meet that threshold. Now, getting back to Jamal Adams, we're going to now go ahead and upgrade him, right? We're going to give him what he needs to succeed. If the dude, look, I think he's going to play a lot better than that idiot Trey Edmonds and what he was doing, because it was absolutely disgusting what was going on. Now, as far as abilities on him, I don't encourage the abilities. And by the way, this only cost me, it was 55K. I got, was it 50 or 60K for his power up? No, power up was 32, and his card was like 40 or 50K. So these are the abilities that he has. Do I recommend any right now? Probably not. I wouldn't put anything on him right now. That doesn't mean that you wouldn't put, secure tackler or whatever you want to put on him. All I'm trying to do is make sure that I have the best possible player out there, because I think it's very important. To me, I'm gonna give him the Seahawks. I'll give him the Seahawks. So he can also get free safety chem, and then obviously we'll give him the power up over here. That card art real quick, and for the most part, looking at his attributes, that's what you're looking at. Now, once we get the right rare, the rare strategy cards, that's obviously going to be up. But you can see with the zone coverage, he's over that threshold of 80, which is a plus. So that's the next focus of what I want you guys to do. All of the coverages, guys, all of them. Now, Deion Sanders is under, but Deion Sanders, he doesn't get burnt as of right now. I don't know what it is. Oh, he does have 83 zone. Oh, that makes sense. That's why he's playing so well. And that's why Jalen Ramsey, even with his lower speed, that's why he plays so well also. There's a lot of stuff that I'm figuring out right now as we go along that we're going to be sharing, and I think you guys are going to make out pretty well as we go along. But I really need to get those strategy cards, the rare ones, and upgrade that +2 speed to allow my players. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be investing in very, very soon. But for the purpose of the entire video, you need to understand, like, these are very cheap players, but they play very well for me, and I know why. They have that minimum threshold of 80 zone. So go out there and get that done, and let me know if you have any other questions or comments. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys are well and safe. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.